When people work together in teams, effective teams, and they collaborate, they feel more productive. The work is more efficient. People's strengths compensate for other people's areas where they can grow. And the work gets done with much more quality. We have in our SEED initiative the EQUATE, EQ8. So there's 6 teachers and a principal and an assistant principal that form this group. And we work to strategically plan and action plan our initiative and think of ways to bring it to scale. It's a collegial inquiry. And throughout that collegial inquiry, there is much collaboration with research, exploration, and implementation. There are 3 things I'll share that we're doing. The members of the EQUATE, I said there's a principal, an assistant principal, and 6 teachers from different disciplines. Every teacher in Connecticut has to write a student learning objective as part of our evaluation systems. And so what we've done on the EQUATE is write student learning objectives that involve social and emotional learning. We measure emotional intelligence of students, and we look at academic performance, and we've invested our year of evaluation, and we've tied it to SEL. A little dangerous, because we don't know what's going to happen, but the trade-off is that there is time built in the academic calendar for teachers to collect data for their student learning objectives, to collaborate with other teachers, to get feedback from administrators, and to receive professional learning. So we gained all that time that's already set aside in our schedule by weaving the SEL through our student learning objectives. Another thing we've done that has really helped to bring down the feelings of being overwhelmed is we have a science partner. We're lucky we're in Connecticut, we're close to New Haven, and so we work closely with the Yale School for Emotional Intelligence in the development of our program. That's cool. Members from that Center for Emotional Intelligence come to our school. We've had 4 or 5 visits. They meet with the EQUATE. They help us plan. They help us forge a path forward. When we need a diagnostic tool to measure emotional intelligence, instead of spending time and looking for it and not knowing if it's the right one, they listen to our needs and they provide that for us. So that's a huge time saver. They convene schools from across the state to have conversations and share about best practices and policies so that we can more efficiently implement. The science partner is critical. And finally, the third thing is that we are looking at what we already do that it integrates SEL. So back in 2014, we went through an accreditation process in our district. As a part of that process, we had to develop or reevaluate our school-wide learning expectations. And it was a teacher process. The teachers sat around and talked about what the expectations were. And those conversations were distilled into 3 rubrics: a community rubric, a complexity rubric, and a communication rubric. And what we found, and this was not intentional, but more recently we looked at those rubrics, and the language of social and emotional learning is woven throughout the indicators of those rubrics. So teachers embrace them. They consider the learning expectations when they write curriculum, when they plan instruction, and when they develop assessments. And so now we're at a point, and we say to the teachers that when we're building our staff up for this initiative to say, you know, that was a great lesson, and look at what you did. And it's often the taught curriculum, not the written curriculum, where the SEL is present. So we're working to formalize the taught curriculum into the written curriculum. We're redoing our curriculum documents, and we're saying, but you're really doing SEL. And we know that when it's formalized, it's more purposefully implemented, and it serves our children better. I think that if we have teacher leaders and administrators, high quality teacher leaders and administrators working together, we're going to improve outcomes for kids, certainly. We're going to better prepare them for life beyond school, in the workplace, in their families, and beyond. And we're going to allow them to live the lives they dream as they move on beyond our schools.
I love that. Thank you so much.